Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a mighty oak tree standing tall and unshaken through storms and seasons. Its strength wasn't built in calm weather, but in the fierce winds and heavy rains that tested its roots. Today, I want to talk to you about a truth many overlook. God had to break you to build you stronger. Life has a way of testing us that often feels unfair, relentless, and sometimes even cruel. We face moments where everything seems to be falling apart. Relationships breaking down, careers hitting dead ends, health issues, financial struggles, or internal battles we can't quite explain. These moments leave us feeling shattered, vulnerable, and questioning whether we'll ever be whole again. But what if I told you that these very moments are not signs of failure or punishment, but part of a divine process designed specifically for your growth? That behind the pain, there's a purpose that is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you've ever imagined. We look at our setbacks and think they are the end of the road. We see the broken pieces of our lives and feel overwhelmed, losing sight of the fact that brokenness is often the birthplace of transformation. It's easy to focus on what's lost, what's been taken away, or what's going wrong. But in those moments, we must shift our perspective and realize that what feels like an ending is often just a new beginning in disguise. The truth is, God does not waste pain. He uses it to prepare us for the greatness that lies ahead. Think about how a diamond is formed. It begins as a rough, unremarkable stone buried deep beneath the earth, subjected to extreme pressure and intense heat. Without that pressure, it remains just a common stone. But when the earth's forces work on it, the diamond's true brilliance is revealed. It's not the pressure itself that makes the diamond beautiful. It's what the pressure causes the stone to become. That's how life works too. Our most valuable qualities, our strength, character, patience, perseverance are often cultivated in the fire of adversity. We don't grow stronger by avoiding challenges. We grow stronger by enduring them. In life, we are often placed in situations that seem to threaten our very existence, whether it's the loss of loved ones, the failure of our dreams, or the internal battles we fight daily. These experiences can feel like a breaking apart. But what if I told you that this breaking is preparing you for a stronger version of yourself? That it's not about losing who you are, but about shedding what no longer serves you. Sometimes the weight of disappointment, betrayal, or failure is necessary to strip away the false identities we cling to, the fears we carry, and the doubts that hold us back. It's about making space for the real you, the resilient, unwavering you to emerge. When we face these breaking moments, it's easy to become bitter or discouraged. But that's not what divine purpose intends. Instead, it invites us to lean into the discomfort, to see it as a refining process. Every crack in our lives is an opportunity for light to shine through. When you're broken, you're not broken forever. You're being shaped. It's molded into something that can withstand greater storms and hold bigger blessings. The process can be painful, but it's also necessary. If we want to live a life of impact and purpose, we have to be willing to endure the discomfort that comes with growth. What I want you to understand is that your brokenness is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of preparation. It's a sign that you are being made ready for what's next. Think about the times you've faced rejection or disappointment. These are often the moments that seem to cut deepest, making you question your worth and your path. But they are also the moments that teach resilience. They teach us that our value is not determined by our circumstances, but by the divine purpose that is still unfolding within us. Sometimes, the greatest lessons come from the times we are brought to our knees, forced to surrender, and humbly accept that we don't have all the answers. The truth is, no one escapes life's storms unscathed. Everyone faces seasons of brokenness, some more visible than others. But the key is what we do during those times. Do we allow the pain to define us, or do we allow it to refine us? Do we become bitter, or do we become better? The choice is ours. When we recognize that our setbacks are part of a bigger picture, we begin to view our struggles differently. We begin to see them as necessary chapters in our story, chapters that add depth, strength, and wisdom. Our character is built through perseverance. Our faith is strengthened when we trust in what we cannot see. Our resilience is forged in the fires of adversity. It's in those moments of pain that we learn to lean not on our own understanding, but on divine strength. When everything around us seems to be falling apart, that is the perfect moment to remember that we are being prepared for something greater than we could ever imagine. The process of being broken isn't about losing ourselves. It's about discovering who we truly are beneath the surface. It's about realizing that our worth isn't based on what's happening to us, but on what's happening within us. You see, when you're broken, you become teachable. You learn what you're truly made of. You learn to rely on faith rather than fear. You learn to trust the process instead of rushing to fix everything on your own. The brokenness strips away the superficial layers, the mask, the defenses, the false confidence, and reveals what remains when everything else is stripped away. That's when real growth begins. That's when you become aware of the power that lies within you, the power to rebuild, to transform, and to emerge stronger. I want to encourage you today, don't despise the process of being broken. Instead, embrace it. Recognize that it's a necessary part of your journey. The pain, the setbacks, the disappointments, they're all part of a divine design to shape you into the person you're destined to become. Sometimes, it's in the breaking that we discover our true strength, our unwavering faith, and our divine purpose. Remember, diamonds are created under pressure, and so are you. Your greatness is being formed in the fires of adversity. Hold on, keep trusting, and keep moving forward. Your strength is being built, and the best is yet to come. When life hits us with its hardest blows, we find ourselves questioning the purpose behind the pain. We wonder why we had to go through what we're going through, why the weight of disappointment feels so heavy, or why the road seems so long and lonely. But what if I told you that in every moment of pain, there is a divine purpose at work, a purpose that is far beyond what we can see in the moment? Sometimes, God allows us to go through these breaking moments so that what is hidden inside us can be revealed. It's about removing the layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity so that what remains is the authentic, resilient, unstoppable version of ourselves. When we face rejection or failure, it's tempting to see those moments as the end of our story. We might feel like giving up, feeling as if we've been knocked out of the race altogether. But rejection is often redirection. It's divine intervention in disguise, pushing us away from what's not meant for us and guiding us toward what truly belongs to us. The pain of disappointment, the feeling of being overlooked or misunderstood, all serve a higher purpose. They are shaping us, refining our character, and teaching us lessons that no success could ever teach us. Sometimes it's in the rejection that we learn to value ourselves more deeply, to understand our worth beyond external validation, and to discover that our identity is rooted in divine purpose rather than fleeting applause. There's a powerful lesson in every setback. It is not the end, but a setup for a comeback. When you fall, it's an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Every stumble and stumble again is a sign that you're in the process of becoming. It's a process that cannot be rushed because true strength is built over time. Sometimes we need to be broken in order to be built back up. When you're broken, you realize what truly matters, what's worth fighting for, and what's just noise. It's in those quiet, painful moments that you gain clarity and perspective, seeing your life and your purpose from a higher view. The divine purpose behind our pain often isn't immediately visible. It's like planting a seed in the ground. When you plant a seed, you don't see the growth right away. You don't see the roots spreading or the sprout emerging. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. The seed is germinating, preparing to break through the earth and reach toward the light. Likewise, our pain and struggles are germinating something within us. The strength, resilience, and faith required to grow into who we're destined to become. Sometimes we have to go down into the dirt, into the depths of our pain to emerge stronger, more vibrant, and more alive than ever before. This process requires patience and trust. It's about trusting that the divine is working on your behalf even when you cannot see it. It's about knowing that every tear, every heartbreak, every disappointment is shaping you into a vessel capable of holding more, doing more, and being more. When you're in the middle of the storm, it's hard to see the bigger picture. But if you hold on and keep moving forward, you'll realize that the storm has a purpose. It's clearing the way for your breakthrough. It's making room for the blessings that are coming, preparing you for a level of greatness that you couldn't access, while carrying the weight of unresolved pain or unhealed wounds. The greatest lesson in our pain is learning to surrender, to accept that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. To trust that the divine has a plan that's bigger than our understanding. When we surrender, we release the need to control everything, and we allow divine timing to do its perfect work. This surrender is not giving up. It's trusting that what's meant for you will find its way to you. It's trusting that your pain is producing something beautiful inside you, something that will be revealed in due season. When you surrender to the process, you open yourself up to divine intervention, to unexpected blessings, and to the peace that surpasses all understanding. What I want you to realize is that your pain and setbacks are not random. They are part of a divine blueprint designed to elevate you. They are necessary chapters in your story that will one day make sense. Sometimes we need to go through the storm to appreciate the sunshine. Sometimes we need to face the darkness to truly understand the value of light. Your struggles are the soil in which your faith is rooted, your character is grown, and your resilience is cultivated. Every trial you face is an opportunity to deepen your trust in divine timing and divine purpose. As you navigate these challenging seasons, remember that you are not alone. The divine is with you, working behind the scenes, orchestrating your comeback, and preparing you for a future that's more glorious than anything you could have imagined. The pain is temporary, but the purpose it serves is eternal. It's shaping you into a vessel capable of holding greater blessings, to carry more influence, and to impact lives in ways you never thought possible. So hold on, endure with grace, and trust the process. Your breakthrough is on the horizon, and the divine purpose behind your pain is leading you to a destiny filled with hope, victory, and unstoppable strength. There is a truth that often goes unspoken in the quiet moments of our lives, an unspoken truth that we are not here by accident, that our existence has meaning and purpose far beyond what we can see in the mirror or measure in our bank accounts. Sometimes life whispers that we are insignificant, that our dreams are too big, or that our struggles are too heavy. But I want to remind you that the divine has a plan for you that is bigger than your current circumstances. It's bigger than your doubts and bigger than your fears. You are a vessel of divine potential, and within you lies the power to transform every challenge into an opportunity for growth, every setback into a setup for a comeback. The journey of purpose is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with detours, obstacles, and unexpected turns. Sometimes it feels like you're walking through a fog, unsure of where to go or what's ahead. But even in the fog, there is divine guidance. Even in the darkness, there is a light shining, guiding you toward your destiny. You have to learn to trust the process, trusting that every step you take, whether forward or backward, is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your divine purpose. It's about understanding that setbacks are not signs of failure, but signs that you're in the process of becoming. Every delay is divine protection. Every closed door is divine redirection. When you shift your perspective, you realize that nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. The secret to walking this journey with confidence and resilience is rooted in understanding who you are and whose you are. When you know your identity is rooted in divine truth, the opinions of others, the failures, or the temporary setbacks no longer hold power over you. Your worth is not determined by the applause or approval of others, but by the divine love that calls you his own. When you wake up every morning, remind yourself that you are a masterpiece in progress, a work of divine art that is still being perfected. You are not defined by your past mistakes, your failures, or the seasons of despair. You are defined by the divine plan that is unfolding within you, a plan to prosper you and give you hope and a future. Understanding your divine purpose also means embracing patience. Sometimes we want everything to happen instantly, to see immediate results, and to reach our goals overnight. But growth requires patience. It requires us to trust that the seeds we plant today will blossom in their perfect time. We have to learn to nurture our dreams, to water them with faith, and to trust that the divine will bring everything to fruition at the right moment. Patience is not passive, it is active trust. It's a deliberate choice to believe that what we're waiting for is worth the wait. It's about developing the endurance to keep going when the road gets tough, because we know that the divine is working behind the scenes. It's orchestrating every detail for our good. There's also a profound lesson in surrendering control. When we try to manipulate circumstances or force outcomes, we often end up frustrated and exhausted. But when we surrender, we acknowledge that we are not the masters of our fate, but co-creators with divine wisdom. Surrender is not giving up. It's letting go of the illusion that we have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. It's trusting that the divine has a perfect plan, that everything is unfolding in divine timing, and that we don't have to make things happen on our own. It's about releasing the need to control every detail and trusting that what is meant for us will find its way to us in the right season at the right time. Embracing divine purpose also means being willing to walk in obedience, even when it's uncomfortable or unfamiliar. Sometimes, the very thing that will lead us into our destiny is the thing we're most afraid of doing. It might be stepping out of our comfort zones, speaking up when we'd rather stay silent, or taking a leap of faith into the unknown. But obedience is the key that unlocks the door to our divine destiny. When we obey divine promptings, even when they seem small or insignificant, we position ourselves for greater opportunities and blessings. Obedience is a form of worship. It shows our trust in divine wisdom and our willingness to align ourselves with divine purpose. You have to believe that your life is not just a series of random events, but a carefully woven tapestry of divine appointments. Every encounter, every challenge, every victory serves a purpose in shaping your story. Your setbacks, your struggles, and even your pain are all part of the process that will ultimately prepare you to receive what's next. These experiences are the divine lessons that equip you with the wisdom, compassion, and strength to serve others and fulfill your calling. When you understand that your purpose is bigger than your individual circumstances, you become empowered to keep going, to persevere through the storms, and to walk confidently in the knowledge that your life has eternal significance. There is a divine timing for everything, and patience is the currency that keeps us aligned with that timing. Sometimes the reason why things seem delayed is because divine preparation is still taking place. You're being equipped with the right mindset, the right connections, and the right opportunities. It's like a farmer waiting for the crop to ripen. The process requires patience and trust that the harvest will come at just the right moment. When you develop patience, you develop resilience. When you develop resilience, you develop the ability to withstand any storm because you know that the storm is passing and brighter days are ahead. Patience is not passive. It's active trust. Trust that divine timing is perfect and that everything is happening exactly as it should. The journey toward purpose demands that we be intentional with our time, our energy, and our focus. We have to choose to surround ourselves with people, environments, and habits that align with our divine calling. We have to be mindful of what we consume, whether it's words, thoughts, or influences, because these shape our mindset and determine the direction we're headed. When we prioritize what truly matters, we create space for divine opportunities to find us. It's about living intentionally, making choices that reflect our highest good and our divine purpose. So every day becomes an opportunity to align ourselves with what we're called to do, to speak life over our dreams, and to walk boldly in our divine identity. Remember that your purpose is not just about you, it's about the impact you make on others. Your story, your struggles, and your victories all serve as a testimony that can inspire others to keep going, to trust divine timing, and to walk in obedience. Your life is a living witness that no matter what you face, divine purpose is alive within you and will manifest in ways that exceed your expectations. You are a vessel of divine potential, and your greatest days are still ahead. Keep walking in faith, keep trusting divine timing, and keep embracing your divine purpose with confidence and joy. Your destiny is calling you, and every step you take is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your divine assignment.